Chapter 16 Chosen. Lanoya stretched out across the floor. Her stomach growled. I surmise I will have to sneak upstairs to find some food. I wonder if the teachers will leave food out like the baker woman did. She rolled over in search of the candle. It must have burnt out. She sighed. I will have to find another candle, and perhaps a torch, assuming I can find my way out of here, and no one is awake or in the hallway. Lanoya scooted along the floor until she bumped into the wall. She stood up and maneuvered her way around the room to the staircase. She crawled up the stairs and reached for the door handle. Muffled voices came from the other side. I wish I could understand what they are saying. If I open the door, they might hear me. Lanoya smiled. They cannot find me, or they would have already opened the door. The door creaked as she opened it, and Lanoya grimaced. I hope they did not hear that. The voices were clearer, though. The painting, however, determining the voices were clearer through the painting. However, determining who was speaking was still impossible. A female voice taunted, You are the watcher. Surely you can see where the door is. A raspy male voice responded, Oh, I can see the door, and I can see who is standing behind it. I cannot tell you how to get to it from this side, unless, of course, she pushes the drawing out for us. A gruffer female voice shouted, Devon, you are not making any sense. Who is behind the door? Why can you not simply remove the painting to expose him? A matter-of-fact female voice chimed in, My dear, it is obvious. Lanoya is the one who is hiding behind the drawing. Clearly, Devon has grown fond of the girl and is trying to protect her. A gentle voice answered, He is just as frustrated, if not more so, than the rest of us at not being able to find the entrance from this side. The matter-of-fact voice again, Enough of this nonsense. The voice got louder. Lanoya, if you can hear us, open that door this moment. A shaky old voice said, You will not get her out. Not unless she wants to come out. Lanoya closed her eyes and leaned against the wall. I am trapped in here. I do not believe it. Devon cannot see me, or he would come inside. At least I am safe. She slumped onto the steps. I wished I knew how long it will take for them to tire of this and leave, so I can get some more supplies. Her stomach rumbled. And some food. Another voice whined, If you are so smart, get her to open up. The shaky voice laughed and coughed. Lanoya cringed. That has to be Teacher Lord Humby. Nothing that man says will get me out of here. I will wait all sun if I have to. I am not giving up my hiding spot, my safe center in the circle, or my freedom from the constant rules and unfair judgments. It was quiet for a moment. Then another voice commanded, We have not got all sun. I know you are not thrilled at the prospect of Lanoya succeeding you. However, you must admit her talent far exceeds any of your other learners. The voice paused and then continued, I have seen you coax her out, so do it. Then Teacher Lord Humby hacked, I doubt anything I will supposedly say will get her to come out. If you saw it, then you know what to say. Another female voice groaned. This is pointless. Certainly you or one of the learners can find the drawing and expose the door again. I say either you open it or we ask one of them to. Teacher Lord Humby's gravelly voice retorted, You cannot see it, because she drew it with her power to match the wall. None of my learners have honed their skills enough to find it. I am too old. I will not spend what little moons I have left fighting a learner that has no interest in learning. Lanoya let out a breath she did not know she was holding. Oh, good. The only person that can find me refuses to. I am safe. A male voice suggested, It is past the first meal. Lanoya is hungry. Perhaps she will come out for some food. Lanoya moaned. I have gone without food before. I will not come out until they leave. I wish they would listen to Teacher Lord Humby and go away. A voice pleaded, If you will not do it to satisfy our needs, then perhaps, Teacher Lord Humby, you will do it for your own needs. Teacher Lord Humby rebutted, You do not need to access that room. None of us knew it was there until that girl showed up. Now she has hidden it and herself, as if neither existed. I see no reason why we should not continue as if that were true. The sincere voice repeated its plea. And what of your need, Teacher Lord Humby? Can you really pretend it does not exist? He cleared his throat. What need is that? The gentle voice answered, The need to find someone that understands, someone that feels what you feel, a learner that will create what you no longer can. Teacher Lord Humby coughed incessantly. Lanoya furrowed her eyebrows. Feel what he is feeling? Someone thinks I can relate to that cruel, inconsiderate old man. They are wrong about that. Create what he can no longer create? Did he used to be like me? Am I going to end up like him? I would die if I could not draw something. No, they are trying to trick me. It is a trap. Teacher Lord Humby's shaky old voice was right above her head. I know you can hear me. I gather you hate me as much as I despise you. Lanoya grimaced. I knew he did not like me. The old man continued, not all people with the imitator power draw. Some sew, like the tapestries in the meeting room. Others garden. They plant flowers, trees, bushes, and create grand designs. It requires many seasons and patience for their work to manifest. You lack the patience, and you waste the seasons. You destroyed someone else's masterpiece for your own. Lanoya gasped. I did not destroy someone else's design, did I? I was focused on the palace and the stars, the beauty of it all. I scarcely noticed the garden. I have not known anyone to be that particular about plants before. Lord Humby interrupted her thoughts. I do not believe a selfish, disrespectful learner is a good choice for a teacher. He coughed into the drawing. I instructed you, along with the other learners, to place your finished drawings on the easels next to the wall, not on the wall itself. You not only ignored my instructions, you used your power to make your painting appear real. Those with no artistic skills who use their power create ridiculous lines that jump off a page and startle anyone who sees it. You have skills, and you have a power. You have figured out how to use them together. You have not learned what to use them for, or how to benefit anyone other than yourself, nor do you care to learn. Lanoya curled up her legs and rested her chin on her knees. Is he calling me selfish? No one cares about me. These teachers want to control me. Like Edmond said, they are the ones that are selfish. She shouted through the canvas. You do not care about me. No one does. I've been left alone my whole life. I will not bother you or anyone else here if you just leave me alone. Lanoya was startled when the painting shook. He does know where I am. Teacher Lord Humby replied, You are right. I do not care if you choose to waste your life. However, there are 13 other teachers who wish to see you succeed, who believe you will become smarter and better than I. If you come out, they will see to your lessons. If you stay hidden, that means I am right, and you are a selfish child who wishes her gift, to waste her gifts from the land. Lanoya tilted her head and looked up at the back of her drawing. I am not selfish. I'm not wasting my talents. No one here will leave me in peace. They will not let me draw or create what I want. They keep making up rules and tricking me into doing things. I am not taking lessons from any of them. Another gentle voice echoed through the painting. Your power is too strong to resist. You continue to seek out new things, to learn more ways of recreating your surroundings. You cannot stop yourself. You cannot stop your power from showing you a different perspective. Hiding is only hurting yourself and denying people the gifts of your talents. Lanoya's cheeks got hotter. The people destroy my creations. They say I curse the things I touch. No one wants me. I am fine being alone. A man's voice resounded. We gathered here this sun to determine who the best imitator is. There is no doubt it is you, Lanoya. Congratulations. You have been chosen to replace Teacher Lord Humby as a teacher of imitators. He will remain on until he is satisfied that you are competent in teaching others what you know. Teacher Lord Humby coughed. She will not come out, and you think she can replace me? Huh, that will not happen. I suggest you choose another, or I will. A woman's voice replied, The choice has been made. Lanoya is the only one who can change it. She must choose another to take her place, but she will have to come out to do so. Lanoya tapped her leg with her fingers. I do not want to become a stupid teacher. I wish they would all go away and leave me alone. The voice inside her asked, What about the images in the center of the circle? Who is going to tell you about that? If they know about the symbols and the stones, what other things can they share with you? She closed her eyes and pressed her hands against the sides of her head. I do not want to learn from them. I do not want to be like them. The voice persisted. Edmond says you are like them. He fears you just like the villagers do. The teachers do not fear you. Why do you fear them? Lanoya stared at the back of her drawing. I do not want to be teacher. I do not want to be a teacher. I like being alone. She stood up. I am not afraid, and I will not be controlled. A man's voice rang out. There are warm rolls, cheese, and milk in the kitchen. I know you are hungry. Lanoya leaned back against the wall and held her rumbling stomach. I do have a choice. I will find a way to defy them. I will recreate that symbol where no one can find it and destroy it. But first, I will choose someone else to replace Lord Humby. Then they will have to leave me alone. Lanoya pursed her lips together, pushed the painting slightly aside, and squeezed into the corridor. The hallway was full of not only teachers, but also of learners. Lanoya gulped. There are a lot more people here than I thought. The old man from the palace stepped forward. I am Teacher Lord Alon. We met your first son here. Lanoya pushed her drawing back over the doorway and stepped away from it. The crowd of people groaned. A short, plump, middle-aged, balding man pressed through the crowd. I am Teacher Lord Tigrehan, the teacher of seers. It is a pleasure to meet you. Now, perhaps you could demonstrate your teaching ability by showing those of us with different powers how to find your drawing. Lanoya attempted a smile and shook her head. Teacher Lord Humby said no one could find it, and I am going to keep it hidden. Teacher Lord Tigrehan laughed and patted her shoulders. Is the large audience making you uncomfortable? Another son, perhaps, with less people then? Lanoya nodded. Another son. That will not happen. Teacher Lord Alon gestured to the other drawings. Does this mean you accept the position of apprentice to the teacher of imitators, or are you going to choose one of the other learners? Lanoya searched the crowd for Lady Elisa. She smiled when their eyes met. I choose her to be the next teacher. Teacher Lord Alon shook his head. You do not know which imitation is hers. Lanoya shrugged. I do not care. She wants to be a teacher, and I do not. Teacher Lady Kitess inserted herself into the conversation. Perhaps both girls can learn to be teachers. The one that shows the most aptitude for the position, when Teacher Lord Humby can no longer attend to his lessons, is the one that shall take his place. Teacher Lord Humby coughed. Lady Elisa's skill might improve enough. Not the best choice, but she will do. Lanoya pouted. I do not want to be a teacher. Why tell me I can choose someone else if you are still insisting I do it? Lady Melusa wrapped a strong arm around Lanoya. Come to the kitchen. You will feel better with food. Lanoya did not resist because she was hungry. Lady Melusa whispered, If you agree to the lessons, you will get to accompany Teacher Lord Humby and Lady Elisa to town this sun. I believe they are going to get drawing supplies. Lanoya smiled up at her. Drawing supplies? From a town? The old woman nodded. Did she give me a way to escape? A chance to leave the chapel, the palace grounds, to get away from all these people? All I have to do is pretend I agreed to be a teacher? She chuckled to herself. I can do that.